Contrary to what some people like to think online, I didn't have a trust fund, did not have a rich boyfriend that I hid in pictures. I had to make all the money myself, which I figured out how to do thanks to the power of the internet. But really quickly, quick shout out to the Women's March. It's going on right now. Girl power, self-made entrepreneur right here, wearing a dress in Antarctica. Nice. So my life mantra is this quote, dreams don't work unless you do. So a lot of people like to complain that they don't have money or they don't have time and they don't have, the opportunity, but in my mind and always in my life, I've said I'm the only one who's going to be responsible for making my dreams happen. So I go out of my way, I went above and beyond, I work 12-hour days every single day. I have since I had the dreams travel, and I'm doing it. So I am living proof that as long as you're willing to work hard, you can make your dreams come true. So I have developed this little plan. I've actually run a course online twice, 4-week course that I call the Wanderlust Workers, and I know it's successful because I had about 70 testimonials of people who saved enough money to go travel and they took their first trip because of it. So I'm going to try to give that to you in a nutshell in 45 minutes. Fair warning, I'm a very visual person, and I have a lot of things in here that make sense to me that will hopefully also make sense to you. And it will be fun to learn at the same time. But if you need to see this in long format, it's all on my blog, which is mylifesamovie.com. Alright, so to begin, we're going to start with the super fun part, which is saving money, which is actually not fun at all. So, this is another good quote, work, save, travel, repeat. Okay, so here is where you're going to start with the savings. I call it a travel egg. Some people have a nest egg, but for all of you and for me, you might want to travel instead of have a nest. Again, at least for me. So I'm calling it a travel egg, but what the travel egg is actually a savings account that you need to designate just for travel. Don't have a savings account that's going to be for saving money to travel and to have a new car. Designate one account. Anyway, take all of your necessary expenses, include food, like you have to eat obviously, gas, things like this, everything that you absolutely need. Take that amount and subtract it from how much you make weekly. The amount you get, oh I forgot I have a laser pointer. The amount you have here, you're then going to divide. Half of it is going to be the baby formula. If you can set up weekly payments or transfers to your travel egg savings account, do that. It'll make your life a lot easier and it'll make your egg grow like it should be growing. So the baby formula is half of this amount going directly to your egg every week. The other half of it is going to be your spending food. Oh, there's the egg. Okay, so now you're gonna go on a diet. I call this the spending diet because just like a regular diet, you have to be in control of yourself if you want to get your goal. So on week 1, I've broken this down. This is, like I said, this is like a 4-week process. You don't do this all in 1 week or you'll go crazy. So in week 1, you're going to take your spending food, so that half of the amount that you calculated in the first step. And now I'm a full-time travel blogger and social media influencer. I get paid to travel, but to start out, I needed money to travel. Otherwise, you can't start a blog because you don't have any destinations to write about or take photos of. So, I made up this word. I don't really know if it's a noun. I meant to edit that, but disregard. It's additional work that you do in your spare time to make extra money to travel. So, how many of you have a full-time job where you find you have a little bit of spare time at your desk? No one has spare time? Spare time? Spare time at home. How much time do you spend on Facebook, on Instagram? A lot of time? An hour at least? Okay, so this is all time that you could be using to work on a Wanderlust work spare job. There are so many jobs on the internet that it's like a crime how much money there is to be made just by doing one of these extra jobs on the internet. This is how I paid rent, paid my bills, and traveled. I found freelance work online. I applied to all of them. I took any of them that I could get. I had really random jobs like writing content for stock blogs. I know nothing about stocks, but I went to the University of Google, figured it out, and got paid to write about it. So, this is going to be a week process that you're going to learn how to find work online. Here's the egg again. The egg now has pom-poms because he's other people that are going to have this like boring white paper and like nothing appealing about it. But if you're into that sort of thing, more power to you. So anyway, you're going to also make a pitch. I say fake it till you make it because when I was first starting, again, I had no experience writing. I had no experience in marketing or PR, but in my pitch, I said that, and I said, but I really want to learn about it, and I want to know everything that you know, and I want to do it all, and just be really good at it, and that worked. I landed my very first freelance job as a journalist for a magazine because I said, I have no clue how to do this, but I really want to do it, and I'm really willing to listen and do anything you tell me, and that's why they hired me. So that was my foot in the door with writing, and look at me now. So that's be an open book. Be open to wanting to learn more and say that. And be very appreciative in your pitches. That also helps. Okay, so on Wednesday, you're going to start with the fun stuff. You're going to apply for 5 freelance jobs. Now this is a bit of a tedious process. This entire thing is. If it were easy, then everyone would be traveling and happy and not worried about saving and making money. But it's tedious. That's why I say dreams don't work unless you do. You have to put the work in, otherwise it's not going to happen. So my top favorite sites, I found the majority, as sketchy as this sounds, I found the majority of my freelance work on Craigslist. Craigslist is, you post your own thing, it's super easy, you don't have to register, people like that, people like simple. On Craigslist, you can go to any of the categories. I would often do writing and editing, or PR and marketing, and I would find a treasure chest of jobs waiting for me to take them and take their money. They're not high paying by any means, unless you have the skills and the experience.
Really helping people live their dream lives through health, wealth, love, and happiness. I want to make it to be the world's widest respected channel. Right now it's just fun.
Awesome. That's where all the dreams start.
You ready? Hey guys, so I'm here with the social media influencer, online entrepreneur, travel hacker extraordinaire, Alyssa Ramos. She has been to so many different countries, 75, 7 continents, 7 world wonders, 7 wonders of nature. Incredible. And one thing I found incredible when she did her speech earlier today was that she mentioned that